You know that moment when you first wake up in the morning and you know you've got to get out of bed? Well, I'm not talking to you about that moment. I'm actually talking to you about the next moment when you actually have to make that movement to get out of bed and another day is starting. And that difficulty you have to go through to kind of muster the strength to be able to do that. That's very similar on some levels to the energy of Bharani Nakshatra. Here's another way to understand Bharani Nakshatra. You know that age-old saying that you can't take it with you when you go? Well, you can't take it with you, or rather, you can't take everything with you, seemingly, when you come back into creation either. You see, Bharani deals on one level with those things that we have to leave behind. Bharani means the one who bears. And that can relate to bearing children, as we recognize we had the cosmic spark splintering off into two different portions. Now it has to come into form, but it's equally the realization or the recognition of moving away from that state of pure being and the difficulty of coming into form. There's a very purifying energy to this particular nakshatra. It relates to getting rid of some things which no longer serve us and taking forward what is going to serve us for the next stage of our journey. And if you would like to understand better how to work with the next phase of your journey, what to carry forward, and how to figure out what to leave behind, I have recently lowered the price on my astrological services. You can find the temporary new pricing at the link reflected above. Leaving things behind, taking things forward. It's very similar to the process of reincarnation. And interestingly enough, Bharani is connected to a deity which is associated with death, and specifically with the concept of giving souls new lives when they need it, so that they can leave some things behind and take other things forward. There's an energy with Bharani natives quite often of difficulty, the difficulty necessary to create anything of worth, the difficulty of letting things go and moving into a new phase. These are the energies that are part of Bharani Nakshatra, which is related, as I was saying, to that process of purification. So we had pure being that then became duality. Okay. And it's going through the experience of leaving the quote unquote cosmic community behind. And it's now coming into its physical form, right? So it has to leave behind on a certain level, but it doesn't ever really truly leave it behind, that experience of pure unity. And so it begins to diminish in terms of its brilliance as it's beginning to come into a physical form. And it takes on more and more degrees of density as it's coming into being. So Bharani deals with the concepts of transmutation, purification, moving from one phase of existence to another, and the difficulty, much like labor pains, involved with the process of creating anything new. Now, as you may have noticed, we shifted to Bharani Nakshatra on a day when Bharani's not present. We're going to continue with this Nakshatra series in order that they're represented. Thanks a lot for watching, as always, and I'll talk to you the next time. Bye now.